Here with Concordia head wrestling coach Andrew Nicola to preview the 2016-17 Concordia season. First of all, how good does it feel just to have the opportunity to be a head coach now for the first time and to have that chance at Concordia?
I'm pretty fortunate. I was given a team that's pretty solid, so wasn't an easy decision to leave Cal Baptist. We had a pretty good thing going there, but I'm excited to kind of see how I can perform as a head coach and how I can relate to the boys and get my own program running.
You've had a chance to be in the room with the guys for a couple weeks now. What are your early impressions of this group and just kind of the way they carry themselves?
And we have a group of boys here that understand that the team goal is to bring home a team trophy, and we have a team that can do that. We have a room after only 2 weeks of being in here where I'm seeing the attitude physically and mentally that they want to put the time in to bring home a team trophy. So my early impression is we're gonna prove those preseason rankings wrong, and we will be working tirelessly to bring home a team trophy.
You just expand a little bit on those expectations and what you've seen, and that makes you believe in those kind of things can happen.
Well, first and foremost, I've had 5, 7, 8 practices here, and every single practice I worked out with Iggy this morning. It's his birthday, so a little birthday shout out to him. But him and Cody Cole was ranked #1 in the country. Worked out with them this morning before coming in here. Worked out with some guys yesterday. Every day that I've been here, I've worked out in the morning with a group of guys, and every day after practice I have between 5 and 15 sticking around. Those are the kinds of things that have to happen in order to be a championship team, and I'm not sure how it was in years past, but putting the time in is imperative. Everybody's practicing for 2 hours in the afternoon. Whoever is putting the extra time in, living that lifestyle that they want to win and show me that they want to win instead of just keep talking. And I've got a group of guys that are showing that every single day, like not hit and miss. Every morning, every evening, I'm having guys do extra.
And you've got a group of seniors that have accomplished some good things already in their careers, and all they knew was Coach Vogt being here at Concordia. How have they maybe embraced you, and how pleased have you been with the way they've adapted?
Well, I think of seniors in particular, and we talk about the extra workouts. 4 out of 5 days yesterday I drilled with Saran. He's 290 pounds, but he's still getting better. Ken sticks around every single day. He was in watching this morning. And Cody's ranked #1 in the country for a reason. That kid is a workhorse. All 3 of those guys in particular. But then you throw in the other seniors that whether it's getting healthy and they're watching practice, they're there. We have a couple of guys that are pretty highly ranked that are just battling a couple of early season injuries, but we're going to nurture those the right way because we need them healthy in March. It's just October right now, so we're all amped up about wrestling so much that we kind of forget that, hey, it's a 5-month season, just pull back the reins a little bit. But these seniors have been awesome, and I think that's a direct reflection of why the rest of the guys are on board, because they're seeing that the older leadership, they're embracing the change because there's nothing they can do about it at this time. You know, like you either kind of suck it up and embrace it, which they've done way more than I thought that they would, or you could sulk in it and then not achieve your goals. That doesn't seem to be the group that we have.
You started implementing some study halls. What were some of the important things you felt like you had to maybe establish right away when you got here?
Well, what happened is the team did very well last year. It took 5th in the country in team GPA, and I was looking at those standings, and if they would have had about a 0.1 or 0.2 higher cumulative GPA for the team, they would have won the national title. I met with each kid individually my first week here and discussed their goals academically and athletically. They do understand that as bad as I want to win, my goal for them is to graduate, get a degree. That's the most selfless thing that they can do for themselves and for their future family. So the study tables, a lot of the guys, in particular freshmen, are having a transition issue going from high school to college. And when I told them I was going to implement Coach Monster's study tables, which we did at CBU with a little bit more lax terms, but at Cumberland we did it, and we went from 39th in the country in team GPA to 4th in the course of 2 years. We can do that and continue to improve on that, but the guys appreciate that. Our coaching staff, I have an incredible coaching staff. Junior and Levi are blessings that I'm very fortunate to have them both. So they'll be monitoring at night as well. So they see that we're willing to put the time in and devote to them even in our evenings, and they're going to reciprocate that. And I think that we'll see everybody's grades improving.
You want to have academic success, you'd like to get a team trophy. Beyond that, what kind of vision do you have for the program, maybe short term and a little bit farther down the road?
Yeah, I like to think every year there's not really a reason with the facilities that we have, with the backup, with administration and the coaching staff that we have, that we're not top 5 in the classroom, top 5 in at nationals, and ideally actually top 4, because I think we're a team trophy. We're senior heavy this year. We're working on some incredible recruits. We're going to be pulling those guys that, oh, he's going NAI, and they're going to be surprised, kind of like a lot of the looks people get when Grandview pulls one of those really good studs. So I'm chasing them down, and it's not if, it's when, and we'll get there. And I don't want to come across the wrong way. I'm just confident in what these boys can do. And I see it in them every single workout when I'm asking them to dig a little deeper and go a little bit more. It's a long season, so if we can keep this up, though, how we're going mentally and physically, the future's very bright.
If you had a dual meet today, I mean, how would you have any idea what the lineup would look like? How is that evaluation process going?
Sure. So we'll have our wrestle-offs / inner squad. It's a little bit different in college. You know how the inner squads work. Cody Cole's ranked number 1 in the country. He could lose his wrestle-off. He's probably still going to be the guy. It's more for us to evaluate where the guys are at, help them get closer to weight. So it will definitely aid in how we are looking at our dual lineup. But the good thing is also we're going to the Grandview Open next weekend. If we have a couple of guys, we're like, who would be the starter at this particular weight? Some of the weights that we have 2 studs, and it's not a bad problem to have, because if one's nursing even something that's minor, I can put the other one in there, and we're still gonna come out with W. So we're still working out some kinks in the lineup as I am learning more about the guys, and I'm anxious to see them perform in live competition, whether it be in an inner squad or at the Grandview Open next weekend. So that'll help kind of solidify the dual meet lineup.
Yeah, we know a little bit about guys like Burkhardt Jr. and Cole and Francisco who've been here a little while now. Are there maybe some other guys you could single out just in terms of maybe hard work, leadership, or talent that you've seen so far? Yeah,
I think our returner at 25, Dimitri Smith, is a hammer. I can't get the guy out of the room, and let alone he's putting in morning workouts, sticking around after practice, and he's the first out the door in the showers because he's heading to work. I mean, this guy's a senior. He's tabbed to graduate on time, and he's balancing extra workouts, wrestling. He's doing well in the classroom, and he's working. I mean, the kid is just, he's one of those special kinds that he's got the right attitude to understand his senior year. Right behind him, we have California Junior College state champion, Giovanni Castillo. I think preseason has him like 13th, but in the semifinals at JC State, he pinned the kid ranked 8th, so I'm not sure how that kid, is ranked ahead of him. But we have 2 All-Americans at 125. I really believe that. I'm really impressed with one of our freshmen from North Carolina, Cameron Devers. The kid, he's going to have a lot of upside, I believe. We have 2 heavyweights, DJ and Saran, both, on the right day, if cylinders are firing right. I think we have 2 All-Americans, just like Reimers and Burkhardt Jr. at 97. We got a lot of guys that are putting in the time, a couple transfers. Victor Haro is going to start the season at 57, hopefully drop down to 49. Him and Foster Bunce are both more than capable of being All-Americans. So we've got choices. It's not a bad problem to have. It'll be fun to see how some of this stuff unfolds.
Obviously getting in here with not a lot of time before the season starts, what are some of the biggest challenges you face, when you're coming in with less than a month to prepare for a season and trying to get used to new surroundings too?
Yeah, well, the community's been incredible here, all the way to day one to helping take care of my dog when I'm on the road recruiting or at my brother's wedding. So I have advantages. I said to my parents when I got here and I left for the wedding, I said I have more friends in Seward in 2 days than I had in 2 years in California, but that's just the dynamics, I think, of the Midwest and the people here. But I think the biggest challenge is just me personally getting sleep. Yesterday we had I did morning practice. We had morning practice and a full work day of meetings and trying to learn my budget and recruiting and then after practice I was literally on the phone for 2 hours and then went to study tables, and then I was actually, with California being on time change, I was on the phone till about 11:30 last night and then back up to drill early this morning. So I'm fine though. That's really the only challenge. I coach wrestling. I love to do it. It's easy for me to get up in the morning. It hasn't been too bad. It's just been busy. Just been busy.
As you mentioned, the Grandview Open is first chance to
Yeah.
see you guys in real matches that count. What do you hope to accomplish just that first time out?
I told the guys in each of their individual meetings and addressed them as a team, inevitably we're going to lose matches this year. I don't want us to sulk in match losses. We don't need to peak on November 5th. We need to peak at the end of February. Middle of February is when we peak, and we just kind of ride that. My goal for Grandview is to get some film on our guys, get some film on other guys, start breaking it down and saying, hey, these are things we're practicing in the room for a reason, and then you're reverting back to something that's old, and now you're coming out of position, which is resulting in you giving up points. So I just want to get better, and we will lose matches individually here and there. Probably not too many duels. We're pretty tough dual team, especially for the conference and the region. But I just want to learn from the mistakes that we make, and I want to build off the successes that we have. So I'm just anxious to get some film and just some mat time with the guys.